Hello guys, my name is Dylan. My YouTube channel is DRG Bro. Today we are going to be doing financial math number 1. So our first topic is a review. And so we're going to start with some exponential rules. So the first rule is that x to the m plus times x to the n equals x to the m plus n. So this is an example. X to the third y times y, or x to the fifth equals x to the eighth. And so another one is x to the 0, and that equals 1. And so here's an example for that. 5 to the 0 equals 1. So another one is x to the negative n equals 1 over x to the n. And so x to the negative 3 equals 1 over x to the third. Now x to the 1/2 equals the square root of x. So whatever you see here goes here. But it's blank, so it's assumed to be a 2. And so 5 to 1/2 equals the square root of 5. Now this also goes with the cubed root and 1/3. So 8 1/3 equals square root. See, it's the cubed root and it's 8, which this actually equals 2. Okay. Now we're going to go over 3 quick logarithm rules. So the logarithm of x to y is the same as the logarithm of x plus the logarithm of y. So then the logarithm of x to the n equals n log of x. And then logarithm of x over y equals logarithm of x minus the logarithm of y. Okay. So now we're going to move on to topic 2, which is going to be simple interest. So let's say we have a bank. So here's our bank, and we have 2 people. So one person puts in $50, while the other puts in $20. And so the bank now has $70. So how the bank works is that these small amounts that are going into the bank can be giving big loans to someone who needs it. Like $1,000 to buy for, say, like, I don't know, for example, a car. But you can't buy a car for like $1,000. That's expensive. But so he has to pay the bank back the 1,000. And he also has to pay back for, say, 7% for interest. And so the bank now has 7%. But the bank has to pay back 5% per se to the people who put in the money into the bank. So now the bank gets to keep 2% of the money to keep the bank going. Otherwise the bank will crash and fail. So for, say, let's have the interest equals the amount starting in dollars, R, which is interest rate in decimals, so how much interest it is, and then T for time in years. So the interest equals the starting amount, the interest rate, and time. So here's an example. A to the 0, which is the starting amount in dollars, equals $100. So there's $100 is the starting amount. And so the rate of interest is 5%. So 0.05. And now the time is 1 year. And so the interest equals all of this. So the interest equals 100, 0, 5, and 1. Which, when you think of it, what is a fifth of 100? 5. And then what is 5 times 1? It's still 5. So you are getting $5 back. And so you already have $100 in your account. And they're giving you an extra 5 back because you put the money in and you get 5% interest back. So you actually end out with $105. This is what is called simple interest. And one final note is that using this formula, A, and for, say, you can put any number here, equals A0, which is the starting amount, 1 plus time, rate and time, to the n. So whatever you put here is the year. So if you put 5 here, you're going to do this formula, except it's 5. So in perhaps 2 years, you're probably going to have about 100. You're going to have maybe about like $115, $110, somewhere around there. It's not that much, but it slowly gets bigger and bigger. Because after 1 year, you get 5%. Now, 5% of 105, and then 5% of like 110, 5% of 115, and it slowly gets bigger and bigger, even though it's the only percent. It's only 5%. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.